You'd mentioned your mom.
Yeah,
How were things with your dad?
my dad is stumped down. My dad is stumped down. Like I ain't gonna lie, my daddy was like that most of my life, but my daddy really took care of me through the penitentiary though. You know what I'm saying? He had little females or whatever he had to do for me, stop by giving me clothes. He wasn't there, but you know, he was there in spirit though. I don't knock him because I went through the same shit with my kids, you know what I'm saying? Just because they ain't there, that don't mean they don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Little kids be getting a fucked up understanding about what reality is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes little kids, you ain't there, that just mean little kids just, they think it's them. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like that though. I used to think like that about my dad, you know what I'm saying? When I used to be in the streets and shit. But when I got old and I started doing time and seeing how the shit go, I started forgiving them, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how life go now, type shit, you know what I'm saying? When you really born to lose, but you raised to win, you know what I'm saying? Shit get crazy, but it's all good. I went by there to see him the other day, he getting fat and shit.
Man, it sounds like it was rough, with your dad. Your dad's not there. Your mom's single mother.
But my auntie was there though. My auntie looked out for us a lot though. I ain't gonna lie, my auntie always made sure we just didn't had look any type of way. But my auntie was in the streets too. My auntie ended up going to the penitentiary too. That's when shit really got rough. Cause my mama was in the streets too, and my auntie had got raided. My auntie, we had went like, we ain't had nowhere to go and shit. My sister and them had went with their daddy. We got different daddies. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And shit, he ain't take me, he just took them. Shit, I was in the streets.
Doing your in and out for 7 years, man. What were some other things? What was the next time you got locked up for?
Shit, I got locked up for, I got into my baby mama one time. Shit, you know how this shit go. I got into it with her ass. They locked me up for this shit. But that whole line though, I ended up getting that. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting that. And I went to jail for some more shit. I went to jail for a pistol, and some weed, and some pills. My nigga ain't take his case. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't none mine really, but the weed. The weed was mine, but the pistol was his. You know what I'm saying? The nigga ain't take his case or whatever. So I wasn't finna tell on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up taking everybody to jail. You know what I'm saying? They were like, who gun it was? Shit, I ain't even know it was a gun in there. I was catching a ride. You know what I'm saying? All right, don't nobody want. I'm looking at him like, damn, you ain't gonna tell him it was your gun? He like, man. You know, he looking like he finna cry, so shit, I already knew what time it was. You know, and I'm known in my city. You know, I'm a local gang member, so they, hurry up and type shit. But I end up beating that too.
You ended up beating that case
Hell
also?
yeah, I beat that shit. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So you beat a few cases.
Hell yeah, because I'm going to sit in that hoe. I ain't going to say nothing.
Who were some of your influences growing up?
Shit, BG, Soulja Slim, Lil Wayne, shit, the whole Hotboy. Who else? Shit, let me see. Who played it? ASAP Rocky, Lauryn Hill, Nip. And that's about it.
What were some things that you seen when you were growing up in the streets?
Man, just how drugs do people. Like, drugs. Like, stay away from drugs type shit. Cause that shit like fuck my family up. Like drugs was the root of everything type shit. Like all my troubles, like drugs. I just seen people on drugs, people sell drugs type shit. I just seen it bring number turmoil.
How did that affect you?
Shit. Shit, that shit affected me in a big way, cause shit, I ain't had no motherfucking family. I just had myself at a point in time when I was so young. Shit, nigga, I was happy to go to jail, shit, nigga, cause I ain't had nobody in the streets, nigga, getting fed every day. Nigga got a roof over his head, shit, I'm like 13, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I was happy to be in jail, nigga, I ain't wanna be in the streets. I ain't had nobody, you know what I'm saying? So shit, when I ended up going back to jail when I was young. I went to jail when I was like 13. I ain't get out till I was like 17. Real shit. That ain't even including the 7 years I just did. That's before that. You know what I'm saying? This shit, like TYC, it's the same thing as YC down here. It's the same shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit built for you to get trapped up into where they can't let you out. Like in Texas, if you go to jail and you young nigga, they be like, oh well, if you work the program, you can get out early, but if you don't work the program, you're gonna get out when you're 19. But you can, anytime between 9 and 19, we can keep you. If you don't work the program, you got to deal with gangs. You know what I'm saying? All that old shit that they don't speak about type shit. They will expect you to do that type shit when really it's the streets in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, and now shit, I did exactly how they playing it. I went in that bitch and didn't get out till I was grown.
And you never tried to go back to school at any point in time? No
Nah,
high
I went to
school.
school. I schooled myself in that bitch because I used to always be in solitary confinement. I used to be fighting and shit. Nigga be hating on me because I had good hair, light skin, nigga, and I was young. You know what I'm saying? Niggas try to pick on me. I be in that bitch hitting them niggas with mop sticks and chairs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Big ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight and shit. I'll be locked up and shit. You know, they'll come by with the book card and shit. We read a lot of books. I used to read myself. I started reading with my finger at first, then I got gifted at this shit and just started running through them hoes, running through novels. Like I used to knock out pages, like 800, 900,000 some pages in a day, killing them hoes. Sometimes 2 a day. Like I used to, you know what I'm saying? That shit got catching on. Like that shit, I had, yeah.
What type of books were you reading?
All books. I read Nicholas Sparks, Stephen King, Sister Soldier, Donna Goins, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't read no non-fiction shit. Like, I don't read no fiction shit. I read number non-fiction shit. Like, shit that real. On God. I read some fiction shit, though. Some fiction shit is fiction, but it's based on real events type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it can't be no dragons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It gotta have something to do with the real world. It can't be about no mermaids and no outlandish ass shit. You know, it gotta be something I can gravitate to for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or it gotta be something I want. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be something I want to obtain. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, something to gravitate to, type shit.
Yeah, I read a lot of books myself, man.
Stephen King got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Stephen King, I read Stephen King because I watch a lot of movies, so that's why. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes his books go all the way out there too. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole bunch of good artists though, for the most part. I mean, good authors though, for the most part. I read all this shit. Magazines, Rolling Stone, People Magazine, anything we can get. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
You mentioned you were rapping when you were in jail.
Yeah, I was rapping.
Did you perfect your craft a lot when you were in jail?
Mm-hmm. Cause they used to like make us like in prison in Texas, like you gotta go to school or you can't get out. Like, they gonna force you to get a GED or something, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do something. You can't just sit in there and unless you discharge like I did, you know what I'm saying? But, shit, everything I really learned, I taught myself, like, no cap. Like, no cap. If I ain't know the word in the book, I'll read the words that's around that word, just to find out what that word was. Shit, I just how I did it. Do that shit every day, 23 hours out of the day, shit.
You gonna learn some shit.
Hell yeah, you gonna learn some shit.
You didn't try to get your GED when you were in there?
I got my GED.
Oh, okay.